Hello, I will be doing my comedy routine. I didn't want to be, I knew Mr. X was live and I wanted him to have his show. So here I am. Okay, we will be talking about my dad and his nerd friends, who both of them had small laboratories, not real big. My dad only had a couple things going at one time. I don't think he had, I don't know. But my dad was talking about it, and his friend, who so happened to be studying it, like that was his main study when he went into college, was cellular regeneration. Hmm. Yeah, he's no longer living either, and neither is my dad. Huh. Yeah. So, anyway, we will be talking a little bit about that and about the scientists who are being unalived and gone. So, that's what we will be dealing with, cellular regeneration. Yeah, I grew up in a weird household. Okay. Don't judge me. So, we're going to bring out the snake lady. I got to go live. I just love the attention now. I need to get 3 million viewing hours on my channel in order to become monetized. I had somebody tell me that they would help. I would have to like I would actually expect, how can I say this? I don't expect people to help me, to be honest. You know why? Because when I get let down, if I don't expect it and they didn't do it, I don't get mad. You see what I'm talking about? All right, let me explain when you get people helping you. Here, let me go when I get very movable. There we go. Oh yeah. Oh, whoops. There we go. Okay, let me talk about this. I don't mind if people are going to say they're going to help me on anything in this channel. I would like for them to do it and say, hey, you know what? I shared your thing to 5 people. I shared your thing to 10 people. If you're sending an email saying that I need to pander to you, I won't be. I don't go and ask people for help. You know why? I'm my own person. I help myself. And if somebody wants to help me to be nice, they don't need to even tell me. They can get 10 people to my channel. And then later on, like most of my friends do, let me be fairly honest. Most of my, ooh, it's a little dark. Let me get a little light. There we go. It's one of those things, when someone wants to help you and they do it from the goodness of their heart. But usually those people don't even tell you. They really don't. They go and do it. Like me. I've gone and done things a lot of times. I used to go and, do things that were nice. And I still do. I just don't tell people. No one knows. I'd rather be anonymous. And if you want to help, that's great. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, like you can't believe. But I will not pander to anybody to go, help me, come over my channel. That's not going to be happening because you're making a deal with the devil. Yeah, you're making a deal with somebody that you're going to have to give something in order to get something. You all know what I mean? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And that's what I'm dealing with. So I said, hey, you know what? You can help. If you want to help, go help. But I'm not going to go and tell you when I'm going to be on or tell you when I'm going to do this. No, 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 no. That's not going to happen. I don't ask for help. You know why? Because I used to have friends like that. They'd come on and I would make $150, $200 a night. And then after a while, you have to pay the piper. You have to do something in order for them. You got to talk to them on a phone. And then, it made it really awkward with, my husband at the time. I was like, oh boy, this is not doing good. Oh, I love you. There was a payment. There's always a payment when you have to deal with someone who says they want to help your channel. If they want to help it from the goodness of their heart, they will help it without any strings attached. And I didn't like strings, so I said, no, thank you. I can do it my own. But thank you very much. Okay, now we're going to be talking about cellular regeneration. Woo! Yep, my dad had spent the last 6 months of his life dealing with he had gone and got a quadruple bypass. Yeah, yeah, he had, he loved he actually was a vegan for years. Oh, yeah, I got a lot of vegan recipes because he was vegan. And, oh, unfortunately, it left a lot in his arteries. Oh, yeah. He needed to take more garlic. That cleans your arteries. I said, Daddy. He goes, no, I know what you've been eating. Oh, God. You have my son over there, the donut king. Oh, you've been eating. How many donuts you eat? Oh, my God. 10? Lord. 10 donuts? God dang. Well, Devin kept buying them. What do you mean Devin kept buying them? You kept eating them. And then he put them in his room and you go upstairs. Oh, Lord. You know what? Like they say, people want to change, and I would sit there and say to my daddy, just because you're not eating meat doesn't mean you're getting any healthier. He was healthy. And I said to Devin, he's working on something. He goes, oh yeah, he's got a little thing going on, and he's talking about, yeah. And my dad's been talking about cellular regeneration for over since I was a little kid. And he had his friends, they were going into college, and I remember them going in, nerd guys. They didn't get any better looking, okay? But they were smart and made money, and they married some beautiful ladies because I met them as a little girl. And I was like, wow, okay, God's been good to these guys, the brainiacs. So my dad, his friend died a year before him, and he had been there at his place. I'm trying to figure out who. Oh, and then my son went there too, and he didn't know what was all going on. He was like, wow, what's all going on here, and anyway, they end up leaving, right? They go and leave, and when they more or less, he passed away just a day after my dad left. He goes, man, he goes, oh, the government's just getting rid of all those if you got something going on, keep it to yourself. If you are a lab man, if you are somebody who is smart, tell them, God dang, I feel dumb. I think I'm getting Alzheimer's. I don't know shit, so don't kill me now. I know I can get cellular regeneration. We can get, water, make you drive on water, and all the other, scientists, even the home scientists, they want to just kill you off. It's like, oh, and look at David Wilcock. He gone down. He was another one working on something too with a bunch of people. Oh, makes me wonder who. Okay, now we're going to be, talking about memories. Not just memories when you're looking through a book or you're looking through your yearbook. Yeah, no. We're talking like your heart, your liver, all the things that are inside you, even your ears out here, all that belongs to you has cellular memory. But as I said down below, it is not recognized by the science community because they don't know how to measure it. How do you measure cellular memory or know how to prove it? Well, I could tell you this. They could try it with me. If you got somebody that doesn't like to smoke weed at all and just gets all like puckered up and shit, Give them part of my liver. I'll guarantee they'll be smoking a shitload of weed and coming. Oh, yeah. I can guarantee you that. Woo! Yeah. That's cellular memory. Another thing, they had people who have gotten, of course, heart transplants from people. They had a guy that he was a police officer, died in the line of duty, and he had a donor card. And the donor card, he gave it to, I don't remember, it was like a woman. And they had this whole thing where she actually fell in love with him because she could feel him and she had certain, like, I don't know what it was. It was like a whole movie on this. And I thought it was neat. It was like, wow, cellular memory. Now, the science community, like I said, don't look at it like too highly. They think of it as something like hocus pocus and going around and then, and pretending you're a witch and going, ooh. Yeah, they think of it as a Harry Potter experience gone wrong. But I don't know. All I can say is it's been proven. And I told you, if you want proof, have somebody who doesn't smoke weed. I'll guarantee you this. They will be smoking and toking. Okay. Yeah, I've been trying to quit the weed, but I lost so much weight because I wasn't eating. I had to smoke some weed in order to eat some food because I'm just wasting away. I really am. So I gotta watch it. Yeah. So if you want to help my channel, put the plus mine and then share and tell a friend you need entertainment, come over here. I do enjoy some help and I am working hard, and that's what counts. That's how I feel about that. So here we are. Okay, I have this all put out and stuff. All right. I I worked at a place where my frequency no longer matched. After about 2 years, I was going, oh crap, what did I get myself into? It was place was fun to work at. And then it just got harder and harder and not no more fun. I mean, it was fun watching people come in, and they would be all in a good mood and stuff. And now they come in looking like they work over at the Guschlag. Oh, da, da, da. Oh, I got a attack kitty over here. Are you my attack kitty, Bobby? Well, at least you're not trying. Oh, yeah, I got some weighted bed sheets. Boy, he's just looking at. I can't move them dumb things. So yeah, it's pretty heavy. Yeah. Oh, you're gonna be biting me? Oh, here, go play with my shoes. You like those? Yeah. So here it is. I'm sitting there thinking, wow, I got this this whole thing going on. And I'm thinking, wow, I'm just not getting along. Well, of course, when you have someone you work with that walks by you and pounds you and thinks it's funny because they're getting away with hitting you. So you got to the point where you see her on one side and you go on the other and you're like, I'm safe. And you got to keep an eye on her because she doesn't stay in one place like everyone else. And yeah, I get, well, you know what I'd use? I tell you, it was just as easy as pie. I went and bought this. I even got the pills that go with it. Yeah, that's right. It's really good. My grandpa used to use it. He was a boxer in Detroit. Yep, he boxed and he was pretty good. Yep, my grandma made him quit because he had my uncle and my daddy. And then they moved to California and he worked at Colton Cement until he retired and died 5 years later. Oh, lovely. They didn't wear no mask or nothing, and all the carcinogens went right into him. Love boy. All right, we're going to be talking about frequencies where you no longer can. I don't know what it is. I'm trying to put it out there. Sometimes when you all have friends and like, okay, like my friend Crazy Christine, my family, my kids just seen it before I did. They go, we know, Mama, you're going to go and get your stuff together, and she's going to be left in the rain. And I go, what do you mean? They knew it before I did. In 2012, I decided to meditate with a AM station that's very popular, and I meditated with it. And in 2012, they had this new frequency. They said, listen to it with headphones. So I put my headphones. I used to belong, you know, you know, and listen to Steve Norrie. And here I'm listening on my headphones, and I just fall asleep, right? Right as rain. I wake up and I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow, look at that. Oh, I can't believe it. I'm just huge. I went to sleep mentally where I just didn't give a flying, you know what? I didn't care. When I woke up in 2012, I'm looking in the mirror going, God dang, there's two of me. Nope, just one. Oh boy, do I got a long way to go. So at that time, I researched, what would be the best thing. Now I would have just said, shoot, I'm going to be losing some weight. I'll just fast. Oh, yeah, it's awesome. The unfortunate thing is, I'm around too skinny. If I fast anymore and lose any more weight, I'll look like a crack whore, and that's just not a good look. So I'm just eating. I'm being honest. I'm eating as healthy as I can, but I did have my marshmallow thing today. I really haven't had it in over 4 months, and I've really been just wanting a good piece of nails and pistachio salad, and it's just like a bunch of nom, nom, nom. I put some uh, berries in there, I love my blueberries. I still have some blue under there. Oh, they're so good. Throw them in. Oh gosh. Okay, so here it is. I had I had some friends like Crazy Christine, and I just couldn't take her drinking and her calling me at 2 in the morning, expecting to me to be out there. It's like, oh, Steve, oh, I'm dying. Okay, go die, and I hang up. I finally just got tired. I started hanging up on her. I couldn't take it. Finally, I said, we're not in the same thing. I didn't use frequency. We're not in the same vibe. Uh, and then it's like, after a while, we just haven't seen each other. And then when she came back in my life, she came up to my door and I go, hey, I want a divorce from my husband. Yeah. 3 months he left me so he can go out and hang out with my friend Crazy Christine. Oh, lovely. Yeah, he came back and I wanted a divorce. Oh, that's changing the frequencies and the whole fact that I really didn't dig being married to somebody who, well, gave it away. And I didn't give it away. I didn't even have that. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Woo, you just all so weird. Yep. So anyway, it took me time to get divorced, but I finally got it done. And I was really happy. I really was. I was like, woo wee. Then I didn't know what to do with myself because, you know, dating is just the hardest thing I've had. Oh, I gotta change my thing. I gotta do with my love life. Or lack of which, so that's fine with me. I'm used to that. I live in a place that is kind of weird. I thought I would, my daddy put me here. He said, I'll be fine here. I go, yeah, daddy. You've been wrong before. Okay. I love you. Oh, yeah. My ex thought that because he did military, that they were going to magically, like fairies, come out with wings and everything and go, hey, we're going to give you a house and we're going to just suck your farts. Yes, we're the fairies. We're going to give you everything. Oh, you don't need credit. We'll just suck your farts. Let me tell you the reality of the thing. Just because you did military doesn't mean you're going to have some fairies come out and suck your farts and help you put your shit together. I did the paperwork, I did the back work, I did the ass work, I did the elbow work, and I did my butt prints on there. That's how much work. Yeah. And then finally I said, gee, we got to have a better credit score. Oh, okay, score. Well, past husband, you need to have a better credit score, so we can have this house. But I know somebody who, and I looked it up and did my research for about 2 days just to find a, because I'm always the the fixer because I married the idiot. So anyway, what I did was I went and looked and I go, oh crap. See, I all knew that my dad had big credit cards. He's got those ones that are metal that he had. Yeah, those metal ones. You know, if you lose one, it costs $200. Don't look at me. I didn't lose it. My daddy lost it and he had to spend $200 for a new metal credit card because he felt special. I'm like, oh yeah. It's great for like taking the ice off your car. He goes, yeah, it is. You live in Michigan. That's like a second scraper. Fuck. It's the best scraper I had. His American Express. Whoosh, scraped through well. Yep. Well, anyway, I said, Daddy, I did my research and I love you and I'm not gonna fuck you over. He goes, okay. So what you want to do? I know you have a credit card, and if we had that in our name, you know, me and my dad, my credit would go up. But we needed, see, the idiot head who said, oh, they're going to come in. Oh, the fairies are good. Now, my daddy even draft. He goes, what does he expect? The fairies to come and suck the farts out of his ass? Nah, you know, I said, he thinks that there's this magical thing that you just come up and they go, we're more magical prompt and we're going to just give you a house because you just need it. No, that don't fucking happen. Okay? You got to have good credit. So we worked a year, and while we were working on our credit, we were living in this place. Oh, this one lady was nuttier than anything. If she would be mad at her because she rented little houses and had keys to it, she'd go and she still rents stuff. She'd go and beat the dogs and stuff. I caught her. I go, dang. We call her Constance. Yeah, she was a nasty thing. Oh, she needs to be closed down. But I'm waiting for somebody to get so pissed off that they shoot her car tires and she gets scared. But you know, and when you hurt people's animals, that is a bad thing. And I've seen her do it, and I've had people complain about it, and we've even helped people. Yeah, I've helped people. I had a thing on her chain thing and with a picture of her thing and all that. Oh yeah, I put it on my fake book and let it go and ride. Just like my daddy's channel that I put on his. You know, it shows his favorite guy, Inky. He goes, I like you. Okay, I'll make a channel. I'll make a page for there. I got 3,000 people on there. Oh yeah, maybe I should go on there and have them come over here. Hey, Johnny. Oh, good to see you. Oh, I'm just talking about my love life. You want to hear about some of my scary stuff that's come on? Let me tell you about some of the scary datings I did because they're so scary. Oh, yeah, they're scary. The scary datings I have. All right. Okay. Here's my song, and you're going to think this is funny. Okay, I hope so. Okay. I'm so freaky deaky, I can't get laid. Woo, 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 woo. I'm so freaky deaky, I can't get laid. So, I'm online and I want to tell you how to, more or less when you I've been fished so many times, okay? I need a waiter boots and the whole shot. Yeah, my friends used to joke. I had this married couple, James and his wife, and I knew the mom and James. I would babysit for the kids so they can go and date night and stuff like that, right? So I'm going on. I'm going on dates, and James goes, hey, why don't you email, I text both his wife and him so they both know what screw up I'm going to because they all laughed. I went and had a friend for 5 years on Facebook. Yeah, Facebook. It's not Facebook, it's Facebook. So I'm thinking, oh man, hot tub. He said he had a hot tub. He looked hot. I'm like, woohoo! I'm gonna get my nice swimsuit. I'm gonna go. Woo woo! I'm all excited. I go down there and go to his house and I knock on his door and wait. Okay, I'm wait. Oh shit. Oh my God. Did you eat my boyfriend? Did you eat my guy? Oh, you're him. Oh, he got fished. Oh, fuck. So he's talking about weed, and I'm like, honey, your weed's a 15. It's fine, but no, you can keep it. I'm gonna go in the hot tub because I already changed. He was, and I'm not joking, this big. I cannot make it up. He was big. I took a picture of him without him knowing it at the time, so I could show my friends because they didn't believe me at first. So I went in the hot tub and I got all, fine. It took him a half an hour to get ready. I was all done. I go, well, I got an early morning tomorrow. He goes, really? What do you got going on? I don't know. I'll just, I know I got something doing. That's what I told him. I didn't know what I had going, but I was going to find something to do. I really was. I should do that song in this short video. I will. I will. I'll do it. All right. Anyway, so yeah, I all thought that it was just something else. I'm like, ugh. So of course my friends joked with me for months on end. And it seemed like 6 months. So you're going, no, 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 no. Oh, and we got to talk about the guy who said, hey, come over. I don't drink when I go on a date. I don't want to be taken advantage of. There's another creepers. The guy with the, we'll call it drippy. He was a drippy dick. All right, he had VD. So I said, after I finished my tea, I looked at him and I said, oh, God. Woo. Okay. Well, looks like I'm going to go. I shook his hand and then sanitized it and left. Yeah. He all talked about going to the horror house and they kicked him out because he got a drippy dick, which is VD. And then that was it. Oh, you got to hear about my iPhone time. How about this? All the guys you see, you talk about how we don't keep it real. Guys, I got fished on Facebook. I got lied to by a guy. Oh, now I got to go on a diarrhea trip. So I tell him, I'm kind of low on cash, you know, if he wouldn't mind driving. I thought his car would be nice. It was a Mercedes on the outside and a shithole on the inside. That's what it was. It was a Mercedes on the outside, and I don't like Mercedes. I don't give a fuck. I'm a Jeep girl. I grew up in Chrysler products. My daddy, when I was 18 and I didn't have a driver's license, I don't know how he pulled this shit, but he goes, you're going to go to the proving grounds. Why? You're going to learn how to drive. I'm thinking he's going to get in there and drive with me and it's going to be a driving thing. Oh, no. We had race car drivers that were doing it for Ford, Chrysler, and GM. That's the big three. And they were all doing different cars that were on there. And I had a blast. I had a blast from morning to dusk. I had a blast. Oh yes, and I was able to drive. I just said, "Daddy, can I use?" No, I can't. No, not your new car. No, come on, you can try. It didn't work, but I got to drive and learn how to be very, they. I guess it's like built in me now. I just kind of drive like that. And my son goes, how did you learn to do that? And I go, Grandpa, don't you remember? I drive like my dad and some of the car drivers, I had a blast. So anyway, here we are talking about, about driving and stuff. Oh yeah. There's nothing like driving with somebody who's got gas from hell. Oh yeah. He told me I should have just told you that I have diarrhea. I'm like, oh no shit. You all got diarrhea. Honey, I can smell that. And this is a true story. We were getting into Vegas and he goes, hey, let's go get some Slurpees. And I go, oh, Jesus. I got the biggest motherfucking one I can get. And I said, I'm glad I got that because, God, Lord, I could stick my nose right into that and you don't have to smell the farts. I was like, woo, oh my Lord. Yep. So we go and nothing happens. He spends his 2 hours in the toilet. And I finally just said to him, I didn't want to kiss him. I didn't know if he had a flu bug or whatever. I just told him I want to go home. Oh, no, I'm pretty well done. You can have the joints. I got more at home. Really, I really want to go home by this time. I know that he's not a connection and he just wants to get laid and I don't want to lay Mr. Diarrhea Man. I just want to go home. Yeah, at that point you want to go home. So we get in the car and I realize you can't roll down the window. Oh fuck. It smells like wet dog ass and oh God knows what else, and it is the most filthiest car I've ever been in my life. And I've had my Jeep bad, but oh, this was like throw up everything. It just looked nasty. So anyway, he drops me off. He says, "That's a nice car." I go, "Yeah, oh, a lot cleaner than yours." Yeah, I blocked him when I got home. I said, "I don't want nothing to do with diarrhea, man." Okay, next. Oh yeah, that's the truth. Diarrhea, man. Oh, yeah. But he did actually get a decent dinner. I got a decent dinner out of it, but he had to pay for it one way or another. And that was paying for it through the drive there and back and buying the joints. Oh, yeah, I bought the joint, by the way. I thought that was, I said, hey, I'll do it. You're spending your gas money. I can afford 2 joints over at the dispensary, and you can keep them. You keep them in good faith. He goes, oh, no, we'll share one before we go. I go, you drive and smoke? Oh, yeah, no big deal. Okie dokie. And I had the best ride because I was high as fucking, and I didn't care what it smelled like at that point. I was like happy to be going home. And yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, he was blocked. Oh yeah. And let me get, oh, okay. I like to talk about, uh, S&M. We're going to talk about S&M. Simple and mean. Oh, you guys are dirty-minded bunch. That's right, S&M. You ever see the simple? They're not. Look, some people who are mean, they're just simple. They use simple words like, oh, this one lady. Then where I put this character as being a snake lady, she says, "Oh God, simple mean Ned what she was." Ooh wee. Oh yeah, she sure was, and it was something else too. Yeah. Well, anyway, that's how I got the S&M. Simple mean, and those are people that I have a problem with because they're mean. So yeah, I always felt like, yeah, when you go home, oh, and you think I don't do that? I put this on. I put this on. Oh, it's like the best thing ever. Oh yeah, and then they come in pill form. Of course, like I said, my granddaddy, he taught me how to fight. Yeah. So we're going to be talking about when I used to go to school in California, over in San Bernardino. Yep. I would go to school and these three blonde bitches would come up. They were bigger than me and they would pull me off the thing. And I would come home and I'd tell my grandpa what they were doing. He'd go, we're going to teach you how to fight. What? We're going to teach you how to fight. Okay. We're going to get you up. And I'd be like, okay, come on. And I would like miss and I would not know what I was doing. I'd go, Grandpa, they're going to beat me up again. They're going to go and put me on. They said they're going to put me on the flagpole and just put me. Oh, I was a skinny little thing. Oh, so my grandpa said, he taught me how. He went and got the now I was a little thing, so I didn't move it much. But I'll tell you, the next day I felt so pumped up. What my grandpa had taught me, I was like, "Ooh, I'm learning. Ooh, yeah, yeah, I'm, Yeah. Oh, I'm going to get him. So I decided not to do. I'm not going to go up and beat on him. There was four of them. There was one little girl, and then the other three that were like the ring, around there sucking their farts and shit. So I'm on my swing and I'm having a good time on my swing, and they kick me off, and I go, that's a bad thing to do. That's very rude. You shouldn't do that. Well, you talking to me? Push her in. And then she went to go hit me, and I moved. I said, "Oh, that's good." And then I had shocked her in the stomach, and I went, "Oh, does that hurt? Ah, you poor thing." Next. And they just kept coming at me until I beat them up. I thought it was fun. It was like the newest game called Whack 'em, Stack 'em, and Get 'em. That's right. Whack 'em, stack 'em, and get 'em. So I now thought I was real cool. And then back then, they had principals who actually spanked, and my mom signed a petition thing saying it was okay without my dad's knowledge. And my daddy found out that day when I got spanked, and grandpa came to pick me up because grandma had garden club. So grandpa came to pick me up. Well, let me tell you, he was over 6 foot tall, very tall, not fat, skinny, looked pretty good. The only thing is, like he said, he had wavy hair. It waved goodbye. So he always wore his welder's cap. And then he went into the office and he told that principal if he ever touched me again, he was going to make sure he was going to get the spanking of his life. And he meant it. He told me that. And he goes, he's never going to touch you again, ever in this life. And it did happen. He never touched me. Mm-mm-mm. That's right. He never touched me. I was just like, yeah, my daddy had to talk with him too. Yeah. My mama, she went to Club Med. We call it that in our house when you have someone you married that decided to go to jail a lot. You do pills and then you go in the store and you steal a bunch of shit and you walk out, and then you got the security guard walking. Yeah, we all know the story. Yeah, we were like, okay. My mama got in a lot of trouble with food stamps, and she said she had like two or three other kids. That's what got her in the joint. It wasn't just, having to get stuff and she would pay for it and stuff. No, 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 no. It was you fuck with the government in that way where you're stealing food stamps, they will spank you good. Oh, they got her good. 12 years in prison. Oh, it's a federal prison. They don't give you time off. Oh, yeah, she went to federal prison. You're lucky enough. What was it? My mama said federal prison is the most scary place she ever been. It made her want to work. My mama never wanted to work at all. But she got out of that prison as a worker. Oh, yeah. So, anyway, usually I go for a little commentary. It's still plenty of time. I got some of my older works. Let me go get that over here. I've been working on, and I use that because I just write it out and all that stuff. Oh, it's gone. Oh, here it is. Oh, yeah. Here's this one. I like this one. Oops. I got to get a different holder here. Ooh. Okay. Oh, this guy sucks. All right. Here we go. I was told by one of my mama's friends, I had come on to California and I bumped into one of my mama's friends and I'm like, oh crap, you're still living? Phew. Oh, what you been doing, crazy pants? Yeah, that's was her nickname I gave her. She was crazy, but just the sweetest person, just a little bit. I've seen her, she would ask you for weird things and then she'd go, no. Oh, can I have your pen? I'll give you $1 for it. Why do you want my pen? That's kind of crazy and weird. And then, she said, you know, there's bad vibrations. What do you mean bad vibrations? Around people. I didn't know, what does you mean frequency? No, bad vibration. I go, what, you got a bad vibrator or something? And she's laughing. She goes, no, it's vibrations. And I'm like, oh Lord. Okay, bad vibrations, bad frequencies, whatever. She had talked about, being healthy and all that stuff. And here it is. She's herself, in really good shape. And she was talking about how she just did all this stuff. And I'm like, really? Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Yeah. Mm. Now I get a call every so often from her. Not very often anymore, but it was funny. You bump into somebody you didn't expect. I last time I seen her, I had Devin and he was little. So wow, it's really weird how how people's like a paths cross. You know what I mean? And that's how I see it. It's a paths crossing. They're going, they're doing, yeah. Yeah, I thought I was hyper aware. Then I figured it out. I'm just hyperactive. Woo! Hyperactive. But actually, I like to talk about, when I have my I guess you call it my Lilith. My Lilith likes to stand up for myself. And I believe in standing up who I am. And I'm going to say this is just the way I am. I have always been this way. I never asked people for help. It's one of my things. I figured out on my own. And if people care about me, then they can, go and do whatever. But I'm like, whew, yep. I I'm not a person to ask people for help. I've always been that way. Because when you ask somebody for help at work, you might you can ask them for help to get stuff, but you can't ask them to be at your table, and that's the one thing. But I'm cool with that. But yeah, you know. Oh, okay. Oh, that's old news. Let me see. Oh yeah, my ego is the biggest thing that I really wanted to get rid of, because it caused problems with just me, because I didn't want to admit to people why they pissed me off. So now I'm able to put that out there and go, I felt disrespected because blah, 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 blah. I write an email or whatever. It takes me a while because I got to articulate all the stuff together, because now I got to tell them, I really don't appreciate being treated like this or that. If you're just saying it for any situation you're out there. Because if somebody treats you badly in an email or a text message or a telephone call, they're going to treat you worse in front. And I'm like, oh, that's just not good. Oh, no. Oh, okay. All right. I don't need you. I have a different frequency. Send you off. Love and light. Goodbye. That's how I am. That's how you got to be. Because sometimes you just don't get along with the frequencies. It's not that you hate them or whatever them. You just don't see eye to eye. And it's just hard to explain to some people that you really want to move on. You think they're fine. They could stay right where they're at. because, like they say, birds of the same feather flock together. Well, birds of the same frequency flock together. And that's where it goes. I don't have a whole lot of friends left. I can't tell you, but I do have a friend that's from the before divorce, and yeah, it was because that person seen who I was as a person and realized why I left. Because they kept telling senior psychopaths, hey, you keep messing around. She's going to wake up and not want to be with you. I woke up in 2012. I'm going, oh, fuck, I need to divorce that motherfucker. Oh, he's having another affair. While I was sleeping, he decided to have yet another one with the VFW. Oh, yeah. So I went and visited Crazy Christina. I was still talking to her. Oh, yeah. And she's like, Steph, oh my God. She said to me, you woken up. Because I wasn't even awake when I was working with her. She goes, you're a whole different, I'm a ball of wax. There's a whole new, you know what I told her? There's a whole new sheriff in town, and I'm ready to bring it around. And that's how I felt. I felt powerful and everything. And we were by the beach, and I believe in the water. You see, the Egyptians like to go in the water. They believed it had memory. And you go in there and you do all your rituals, and you have your priests and stuff on the side. And I'm like, wow, God dang, reminds me of Gaia, that show. It's like a app I like to watch. I can't afford it no more. So if you want to help me afford anything else, right now, down below is that link. I'd really appreciate it. Didn't feel like putting StreamYard on tonight. I just didn't have the feelings for it. And anyway, that's where I'm at. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to do that song afterwards. I'm trying to make it an hour. I am at that 15-minute mark where I can sit there and talk about stuff and be myself for a little bit. All right. Whew. Today I did put an application in over at the Chicken Ranch. I rather work for my money instead of getting pittance of what I got bills to pay. Okay, I don't need to be getting unemployment. I rather have a fucking job and work hard at it. And so yeah, I put in the application there. That's why I put it's only for um shift manager there, and I'd be grateful. And I'm not going to wear my eyes or anything. I just want to look, presentable when I go down there. I can wear a t-shirt, you know, clean clothes, it's very nice. I said, I love your bathrooms. I do. I took a picture of their bathrooms and put it on, I think it was their, it's like, the, trip thing. I said, oh no, this is a great place. You should come down here. It's real clean and stuff. Sherry's Ranch, their bathrooms were, I was told when I worked there, their bathrooms are comparable to a gas station bathroom. And I can agree. I can agree. It is just is what it is. I haven't been down there, but it was weird. There was um, a vehicle there. It was like this green vehicle followed me from there because I, get out and it followed for a certain amount. I was like, oh, but yeah, I went down there because I'm serious. And then tomorrow I'm going to go to uh, the meat department, not meat, but the deli department needs somebody. So I'm going to go down there, seeing over at Smith's, and get my resume and call it a day. I mean, that's all I can do. I mean, really. Yeah. So that's where I'm at, Got bills to pay, and things to do. So that's where I'm at. So how are you guys doing? Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm going to make a short video when I get off called, I can't get laid. I'm weird. I'm a freaky deaky and I can't get laid. Do, 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 do. I'm freaky deaky and I can't get laid. I'm freaky deaky, meaning like the guy I went out with, he was telling me he wanted to be a drug dealer. And I'm like sitting there going, oh crap. What did I get my oh, geez. What a dingling. I'm sitting there going, exit stage left. Goodbye. Yeah. I was really, my hair always gets, here we go. My hair is really, I got a lot of it. And this is the average brush. Now I got a boar's head brush, but it's, I like the long, oh, it feels so good. I get so much hair. I get hair zits where if you pull the zit out, there'll be tons of hair coming out. It's just, yeah, I haven't been able to see. I used to date a guy who would take my, I get 3 of them that just, yeah, they're just, owie. So anyway, yeah, and that's what I did. I have no problem not wearing my eyelashes. I don't care if any guy looks at me. I just want to do my job, come there, do what's supposed to be done, and get home. That's how I've always been. So I wanted to also tomorrow I'm going to go to Smith's and I'm going to see who I can talk to and do that. That's the only thing, it's like I said, I'm doing the best I can. Do, 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 do. So yeah. So So that's what I'm going to do. And tomorrow I got to get up early and get some stuff to put some. I have size 10s and 11s. Yeah, I'm almost done. I have 51. I'm usually on for about an hour. Yeah, I'm ready to go to bed myself. I did my skits. I had about 45 minutes. Yeah, hi Rainbow Mountain. I love you. So I did my skits. And yeah, I talk about different stuff. My dating life, and I'm going to be honest, my friends used to make fun of my dating life because it was so, I'm going to be honest, it was bad. I've been fished so many times. My friends used to joke that they were going to buy me weight boots and a whole setup. And I'm not even joking. They were going to buy the whole setup for me. I went on, let's see, I was fished by this one guy and I went to go to his door and I go, did you eat my date? And he was like, what do you, never mind. Yeah, it was, yeah. You're good. Yeah, I'm just, figure, I'm not going to go on any's time. And I really needed time to write that. I went and drove to not an interview, but to drop off a resume and fill out an application. So that took time. And then by the time I got back, I was tired and I had to write my skit up, what I needed to work on. So after doing that, yeah, I've been working off a skit and that's what I've been dealing with. So I don't, how we go off subject. I hope so too. My newest thing is I'm really freaky deaky and I can't get laid. Dude, Jimmy Yarbrough says I should make it small. Yeah, I'm really freaky deaky and I can't get laid. Yeah, that's me. Right now, I'm just hanging 10 because yeah. Yeah, I do too. I really right now if I get unemployment, it's going to be barely 400 and it would take 2 checks to pay literally the electric and then I would be like, oh, it would just be yeah, I can't make it on unemployment. Yeah. I watched a little bit of it. I end up getting a telephone call from a family member and we got stuck talking about, you know what we got talking with? Cellular regeneration. And it was a really good topic. And yeah, yeah, my brother's trying to reach out to me, and I'm trying to like wonder if I should reach out to him. And yeah, who? Oh, Michigan was horrible. I never got unemployment there. I never even filed. I would just, go find another job. Unemployment there in Michigan is horrible. Yeah, I never got unemployment or, yeah, or welfare. You know, it just, yeah. I have several brothers. I got one that's a transgender who I don't talk. Christopher's different. I'm wondering what he wants. Yeah. He's Muslim, and he has a certain thing, with his religion that I don't. Yeah. So we don't see eye to eye, but he's a sweet soul. He really is. He is a sweet soul. That's the only reason why I still talk to him, because he's a sweet soul. Yeah, he's Muslim. I don't talk to him that much. My brother Christopher's Muslim. I got one that looks like a woman, and he's a transgender trucker. Yeah. Yep, just like Caitlin. Didn't get nothing and still dates women. I just want to let you know, still dates women exactly like Jenner. Oh yeah. I mean, oh, but what's funny is when you go with her, yeah, Muslim. Yeah, I'm an open-minded. You know what? I don't care. If my brother shows me respect, I don't care if he's like uh worshiping a panty demon or something. I don't, if it's not, you know what I mean? But I didn't receive, more or less, a lot of my stuff that was at my dad's house got looted through and given away, and I didn't appreciate that. So it's more or less, I don't know how to approach saying hi to him. Yeah. Oh, really? I should see that too. Yeah, I was on a reality show with my brother. I mean, my sibling goes by the name Erica. Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, they got a divorce. You know, if it's not gonna hurt anybody, he's not trying to go in the Olympics anymore. Fuck, let him have his fun. I don't give a shit. He's probably great to party with. I'm just putting it out there. But I don't get along with my brother, unfortunately. He's got a different frequency. My brother is addicted to all kinds of stuff. And let's see, back in the day, it was snow. He was a real total tool then. And let's see, weed and snow. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. We did a reality show. And then I called my daddy, who was a lawyer, and said, I don't want to be known on this reality show. Could you pull it off? I remember him on Wheaties too. 1984, I think. It was at 80. Ah, shit. I don't got my there's my dumb phone. Let me get my dumb phone. Let's find out. All right. All right. What year was Caitlyn Jenner on the Wheaties box?
Caitlyn Jenner was on the Wheaties box in 1977. This answer is from Wikipedia.
Okay, 1977. Yep. I remember eating that. You see, him running. Never did I think in 1977 we were going to see him as Caitlyn as a woman. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, my one brother put me on a reality show, and the only thing that I wish I would have agreed on then, the producers wanted me to, and they did for they seen it before me, more or less. They wanted me to divorce my husband because they would hear me talk about how he's fooling around and stuff, and my siblings like, you can't live this way where you think it's good 1 month, and then next month you're a pile of tears. You're crying because he's screwing whoever. And that's exactly what my sibling said. That made sense. The only thing after that, it was other stuff, and you don't want to. Driving with my sibling was a feat of its own. Woo! 4 people hit the like. Yay! All right. I'm happy. I got a lot of likes. Woo! Oh, yeah. Yeah, hit the likes. Yeah, so uh I don't I guess you can say I don't know what to say. I had most of my stuff carted away, and private pictures and stuff all gone, you know. So, how do you tell your brother, thanks for getting rid of all my childhood memories? So I'm still trying to figure out how to do that. Because he tried to talk to my son, and my son said, I don't want nothing to do with him. He ruined your memories, my memories, a lot of people's. He just, yeah. So, okay, I'm going to go to bed. Good night. And I'll be on tomorrow after, I know Johnny Yarbrough is going to be on. So I'm going to, just to be in the room and say hi, and hang out. But yeah. What truth? Oh yeah, I gotta tell my brother the truth. I don't know if he knows that. My dad told me who his real father was. His mom, let me just put this out real quick. His mom was pregnant when she married my dad and didn't tell my dad. So she gave birth 2 months earlier than what, she lied about. Yeah. So what happened was, to make a long story short, his father's in Anaheim, California, and a teacher. He couldn't afford to bring um it was more or less like a one night stand. It was like, yeah, I'll marry you. And then, I guess she got it annulled and stuff because he wouldn't bring her over. So my dad said, and keep it quiet. And when he died, I said, shit, after the way my brother, treated my shit and everything and my family stuff, I said, oh, yeah, the truth is, my dad loved him. He didn't care if it was from another man. He really didn't. I mean, he's an amazing artist. It's just, when my dad died, he didn't just treat me like shit. He treated his grandkids like shit. And then my dad had 7 cars. Do you know how many cars went to myself and my kids? None. Yeah. It went all to Gene's kids. And Gene wasn't close to my dad. It wasn't my dad's lover. It was my uncle's wife. Yeah. So that's what happened. So yeah, she stole a lot from us. She's not a good person. And I'm afraid to even reach out to my brother because I don't know why he would want to reach out to me. I'm not that close to him. We've never been that close ever. So I'm like, okay, just go to Anaheim, look up your daddy in Anaheim, California. I used to know his name. But my dad would tell me because he knew. He actually hired a PI to find out. So I'm going to let you guys go. I'll see you tomorrow. I have to get up early and at least need at least 6 hours of sleep. And I hope everyone has a wonderful day. I watched, I watched a little bit of X's stuff, and I got a phone call, and you know, it is, family stuff. Always family. No one, I don't get a call for a date or anything else. So, so I'm going to go make my short video. I love you guys. Ah. Bye. Have a cosmic evening.